County Health Department, in partnership with the Worcester County's Healthiest Maryland businesses, presents monthly nutrition tips and fitness fit videos. These videos will feature simple and fun activities and recipes you can try at home. Our goal is to promote healthy eating and regular physical activity, which can reduce the risk for chronic health problems such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and remember to eat healthy, be active, and prevent diabetes today.
Hi, I'm Kathy Wall, the dietitian at the Worcester County Health Department. My special guest today is
Drew Berke, head trainer at Powerhouse Gym.
And we've invited Drew because what we're going to do today for everybody is we're going to make some smoothies. It's a great way to get those fresh fruits and vegetables in, and Drew's going to tell us how to do a little bit of added things for like when you're exercising and you really want to do that recovery and get more protein in. Okay, we're going to start with our first smoothie. I picked a rather easy one because I'm sort of new at doing this, but one thing I liked about this one is that it does include the fresh baby spinach, which is these are superfoods now about looking at spinach with all the vitamins, minerals, and your fruits and vegetables are lowest in fat, highest in nutrients. So when you can make a beverage that you can combine all these together, it is really a great way to increase your fruits and vegetables every day and get something that's tasty. So the first thing we're going to do is that it calls for a cup of almond milk. Now, almond milk is a great source of using a dairy product, and especially if you have any milk allergies. And one thing about almond milk is it's fortified with calcium, so you're not going to be, losing any of that in it as well. So, Drew, if I'm going to be pouring some of these things, if you'll add that to the blender.
Sure thing.
And the second thing we're putting in is we're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of non-fat plain yogurt, which is a great way to get dairy products in. It's got a high protein content. It's rich in calcium. It's got no fat because I used the fat-free one. And you could also substitute the Greek yogurt in if you want. So we're going to add the 2/3 of a cup of yogurt. Okay, so our next step is to add spinach. So what do you think about the spinach when you're making your shakes?
I personally like adding the spinach, especially when you have the fruit involved. It usually takes over the taste of the spinach. So some people are a little timid on putting some vegetables in their smoothies, but I'm all for it. It looks green, it's pretty cool, but
I've had them with kale mixed in, so another way to get those greens in.
Absolutely.
One thing that's funny though is it turns green.
It does, it does. Well, green's my favorite color, so I love it. So.
All right, well this calls for 2 cups of spinach, so we're gonna start putting this in as well. Of course, I probably could have a little better measuring cup, but since we've got one out here, make it nice and easy, because we want this to be something quick that people can do.
Absolutely. You can buy a bag of spinach at the grocery store, nice and fresh. And what's good too is this type of smoothie is really going to fill you up. So this can be a replacement if you are on the go, a good breakfast choice.
Good breakfast. Can you make these ahead of time?
Absolutely. I do it ahead of time. Now sometimes when you add things like oatmeal and stuff like that, it might settle a little bit, but it stays pretty well.
I'm going to throw a little more in because I love spinach. All right, so that takes care of the spinach.
Okay.
Our next ingredient is bananas. And, bananas are rich in potassium, as we all do know. They do have a fiber in them as well. They're a good fruit. They lend a nice flavor. And what I did earlier was I sliced them into these small slices, and then I froze them. And I think the freezing will really lend itself to making the smoothie colder when you're starting. So I'm going to hand you these, and I do have a spoon if you want to scoop those in there.
Do you want the whole bowl?
I think, yes, I measured out so that we had the...
What was the measure on that?
It's actually, it's 2 cups of banana slices.
Okay.
Okay, our next step is we're going to add some pineapple. And you can certainly use fresh pineapple, but it can be more costly. So what I did is I bought canned pineapple. The most important thing when you're using the canned fruit is to make sure it says packed in juice or natural juice. That way you know it hasn't had any added sugar
or the
syrup to it. So, and what I did with the pineapple is I froze it. Again, that's going to make your smoothie cold enough. So once I froze these cans, I just opened them, and I'm going to be putting a cup of pineapple into this smoothie next.
So the next ingredient for your smoothie is the chia seeds, right? And
superfood.
It's a superfood, absolutely. It's got the fiber, it's got the protein in there, about 5 grams per serving. And it's got the omega-3 fatty acids, really good for heart health and joint health, right? So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons in.
And it doesn't change the flavor much.
No,
I noticed that I can even eat them plain. You can sprinkle chia seeds on yogurt or on your cereal. And they're just going to go right in there and blend right in. And it's important when you're eating things like the chia seeds, you don't have to, pulverize them. You get all the nutrients from them as is.
Right, and you get the fiber involved too. I mean, you got the spinach, you got the fiber in there. This is going to help you make you feel full.
I think this is a nutrient-packed drink already.
Absolutely.
Right, now that we have all the ingredients, it's time for the ultimate blending. So,
Let's do this.
lid on.
right.
Push it right down. And this was like a nice heavy duty blender.
It is. This is what we have at Powerhouse. It definitely crushes up anything that you put in here.
So it looks like the blending is done. So
Yeah,
let's
it looks
take
pretty
that
good.
top off. And one thing I believe in is trying to serve things in nice glasses. It makes people be more receptive to them. And if you're a little bit hesitant about the green, this may be a good way to get people to drink it. But the blender did a nice job. You can see that everything's been really pulverized in there. You can't tell there's anything in there now except just,
It's got a good consistency of the smoothie.
and they should be a little thick. They should not be just all runny.
Right, you
but
want
I know
that substance.
I didn't drain the pineapple either, so I put that pineapple juice right in there, which is kind of nice to use the whole can.
Right.
Bottoms up. Let's taste it and see how it is.
Well, let's taste
Ready?
it. Cheers.
What a nice flavor.
Taste the fruit.
What do you think overrides? Pineapple?
Yeah, you know, a little bit of the hint of banana, but it's mostly the pineapple, I think, because it's a little bit more pineapple than the banana, but I can't taste the spinach at all.
And I think what people need to know is if they don't like one of these fruits, it's easy to substitute one in that they do like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm feeling it tastes good. And I'm not really fond of green things to drink, but I'm all right with this one.
No, it definitely is good.
So always remember, when we do these kind of things where we encourage people to eat well, the whole idea is to eat healthy, be active, and prevent diabetes today.
For more information, call the Prevention Office at 410-632-0056, or you can visit our website at worcesterhealth.org.